How has it impacted your family to be thrust into the spotlight in this way? Especially, I think, I always have my heart out for Melania. I mean, this beautiful woman should be on the cover of every magazine, every first lady that came before her celebrated, we love you, we love you. And they were unrelenting in their nasty coverage towards her. You also have a young son. How do they deal with this?
Well, they handle it really well, and Melania really, it's amazing. She's very confident. She's a confident person, a good person. And the people love her. You know, when I make speeches, there's signs all over. We love our First Lady. We love our First Lady. So many signs like that. The people get it. They love her. But the press is just horrible. I remember she did, first time I really saw it, she did a beautiful Christmas display at the White House. It's worked very, very hard. And it was so beautiful. Everybody said, and they just ravaged it. They thought it was so terrible. And I know terrible. I know what bad is, and I know what good is. I made a lot of money with bad and good, and I will tell you, I did good. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been so wonderful. And I mean, beautiful work, and like people haven't seen before. And it was just killed. The next year, she did it. And did it differently, and maybe did it more according to what they would have suggested, and it was ravaged. There was nothing that she could have done to do it. Redoing things, fixing things, built a tennis pavilion magnificently with friends of ours made a donation. They built this beautiful pavilion. We don't play tennis. We're not playing tennis. And they thought we built it for ourselves, which we didn't. But such a beautiful job. You know, they wanted it for years at the White House. And just absolutely hit. Very, very unfair. But she handles it really well. I mean, incredible. She was able to handle it well. I think it would happen to others. It happened to other Republicans. You know, they used to kill Ronald Reagan. They went after a lot of them. Some of them I agree with. I won't mention names, but some of them I agree they should go after him because they deserve to go after. But they would definitely go after Republicans, and they would not go after Democrats. And Candace, I saw it like all you had to do, and again I mentioned it, but look at the press treatment for Biden. Look at the treatment he got on that. I thought he was going to get absolutely creamed over the speech. And instead, it's just praise for the speech he made. And anybody knows, a first grader would know that was a horrible, horrible speech. And the delivery was worse probably than the speech, but the things mentioned in the speech. But you know, to have that to have accolades on something that everybody knows was not a good situation is ridiculous.
One of the things that I find really interesting is just kind of your character arc, meaning, you know, when you first got into this, it's incredible to look at a man who was just so loved in the way that you were. I grew up, I listened to hip hop, all of the artists love you, you were on TV, you were this big celebrity personality, everybody wanted to be like Donald Trump. And then just like that, the media snaps their fingers and they start what I can only describe as the most vicious dehumanization campaign that I've ever seen in my life. How do you deal with that? Going from you are so loved to never mind, nobody is allowed to love you anymore because we say so and we're the media.
Right. Once I became a politician, and you're right, I mean, a lot of the hip hop guys loved me, and probably secretly they still love me, but I was I guess, mentioned in more songs than anybody, and not even close. And, you know, it was sort of wild. I'd hear it all the time where people would say, hey, I just heard you on this or that. And it changed when you become a politician, especially if you become a conservative or Republican or whatever. You see it all the time. But it also works. I mean, I watched with great pleasure as Mitt Romney got practically booed off not practically, he got booed off the stage over the weekend, because people get it. You know, they get it. They know phonies, and they know people that we affectionately call people rhinos, but they know phony people. And when they see something like that, little Ben Sass, guys like that, they get it. And you know, so in one way it works doubly. But the Democrats are protected. When you see the speech that Biden made the other day, and then they get on and they say, "Oh, that reminded me of FDR." You know, they know it's a lie. It was a terrible speech, and terrible, just the delivery, everything, and they know that. But the fake news media likes to try and make it like it was a wonderful speech, a great speech. Wasn't it wonderful? And they must go back into the back room after the show and just laugh at each other and high-five each other because it's disgraceful.